Before we begin, thank you very much to Joseph S. for rejoining the Patreon campaign over at patreon.com/TJOmega. It is going toward a lot of stuff right now. I've got new intros in the works. I'm working on new graphics. I'm trying to find some upgrades for things like this old ancient microphone of mine. So all that goes into helping to make the production a lot cleaner, a lot better, and you're going to hopefully see those next week. I just got the new intro for News Roundup. I need to work on a few new things like this, the HUD here, the overlay. I need to fix a few things before we make that a official change. But you're going to start seeing it. So thank you so much for the support. You are improving the channel, and I hope to keep improving it. All right, news roundup time. We have a ton to go through this week. New reveals, new weird stuff. It's a pretty, I feel like this is like your ideal news roundup kind of situation where we get to see a whole bunch of new stuff and get to laugh at a whole bunch of weird stuff along the way. So let's talk about our biggest story of the week. We have a really nice gallery of the new Leader Class Studio Series Scourge from the upcoming Rise of the Beast movie. As opposed to that really weird photo we had before where it was very poorly transformed and very badly watermarked, these are nice clean photos with some nice comparison shots. We get a good read on this toy now. So the comparison shots are cool. We're getting an idea of how he looks. Let's get to some of the solo stuff. There we go. So here we get to see Scourge in his glory. It's a very dark gray figure, the kind that I always think Hasbro's scared of releasing because it's such a muted color scheme, but they've gone out of their way to detail it really well. You can see all of these chains that are sculpted into the design, all of them are painted so to make them stand out and give them a little bit of detail. It's a really unique look. I like the weathering on the shoulders, the scarring. I do kind of wish it was down to the legs as well, just so it didn't look so lopsided, I guess is the word I'm looking for. But no, this is looking really, really nice. Yeah, and the back cleans up really well. You can see a few panels from where the vehicle mode folds up, but for the most part, it's pretty clean. How this transformer works, I'm actually kind of impressed here. I'm digging the weaponry. I'm digging the gigantic claw blade. I really like this underarmed blade that can flip out into his hand. I think that's a cool little trick. He looks really, really cool to me. I know some people who are down on the design and they're not a fan of it. It's weird in that, I am, so, not into movie aesthetics anymore, but this guy looks really, really cool to me. And look at the vehicle mode. The vehicle mode's straight out of Twisted Metal. This looks like something out of Mad Max. It's, I don't know, I'm digging this. I also like that the claw is completely replaceable for the gun arms, so you actually have a nice bit of option if one or the other looks too awkward. Yeah, I'm really into this. I'm really into what they are doing with this toy. One of the rare Studio Series purchases for me once this comes out. Not a big fan of that massive gap down the center of the vehicle, but I guess when it's this Mad Max-ish, really broken up vehicle mode, you can kind of excuse a few gaps here and there. So we will wait in eager anticipation for that to come out. I'm actually looking forward to that one. I'm looking forward to people kit bashing it into the Fallen over and over and over, as well as trying to make it look like the original Scourge. RID Scourge, not original, you know what I mean. Along with that, we've got some Rise of the Beast Arcee photos taken from the designer. This comes from one of those Screen to Toy Instagram posts that shows a lot of the background detail behind the toy, including this alternate configuration, which we saw a bit of in the movie where she's kind of rollerblading on her wheels, which is a cool thing to do that the toy itself is capable of. You can actually see the sections behind the tires that hang onto them, they actually extend down to the ground so she can stand stably on her wheels. It's a really cool touch and a little nice added feature to the toy. I don't know why she's fighting alongside Battletrap here, but let's just go with it for now. It actually does add some really cool dynamics that you can do with her, outside of her just looking like a simplified version of Energon Arcee. So another big important detail about this is, and I'm not showing it because it's visual, it's video content, But the post here on TFW 2005 also includes a turnaround they showed on Instagram, which shows you a 360 view of the toy, including a properly transformed vehicle mode, where you can see right here where the arms do indeed fold all the way back to where the head is supposed to be to clean up the vehicle mode. It looks way nicer that way. Way nicer than the early photos and the stock photo we got that did her injustice, did her dirty is what it did. So, not bad. Not bad for a core class figure. I might actually give this one a shot. I mean, if I end up liking the movie, I'll give a lot of them a shot. But this one, it's not too bad. And then we have a inbox photo of the Rise of the Beast Bumblebee Studio Series, which is going to be number 100 in Studio Series, which is a technicality because all the 86 get lumped into the same number. You know how that goes. It's fine. If you were expecting some like special packaging for number 100, like some commemorative thing, too bad. It's your standard black and red box that they have done since the beginning. It's fine. It's fine. It's weird to see that Bumblebee in the box next to the Bumblebee in the movie, because now it's kind of showing where there's a lot of paint apps the toy really did need and they skipped out on or simplified a little bit too much. I think in the back of the box it actually shows like the paint around the eyes that's missing on the final toy, and I think that helps so much. So much. It's such a lacking. It stands out so much when you see like the lack of paint on the head compared to what they originally thought it would be. Customizer is going to go nuts on this thing and make it look beautiful, but that little bit of paint really does hurt the toy. That's a shame. It's a shame. But hey, if you're curious what it's going to look like when you see it in a store shelf, there you go. This usually means it's pretty close to release, so let's keep an eye out. Okay, so you remember that zoo in Australia that did, like, the Rise of the Beasts promo thing? And it was, like, super weird. Why does a zoo in Australia get to do this? But, for whatever reason, we're not gonna question. It's good that it happened, and people now have access to the material that they produced for it, which actually gives us a really nice look at some of the beast modes that we're seeing in the movie. So, the Primal and Cheetor. Okay, so we've seen that shot of Primal before. That's not too big of a shock. So let's kind of go through and see what all we got here. Primal looking like really, just Prime actually. Prime looking really sleepy-eyed in these shots. There's something about him that just kind of looks like he just got hit with a tranq dart and he's trying really hard to keep going. There's something about the way that his eyebrows overhang his eyes. It doesn't look mean. It just kind of looks like, I need a nap. All right, and then weird poses like that. What is this pose? Like, if his fist was closed, it looked like a heroic charge, but, like, it almost looks like he's losing his balance. And then, again, we have this sleepy-eyed look. I'm not sure that's a good look for Prime. There's one downside to having the round lens eyes instead of just, like, the angular ones. Some angles, it doesn't work. But let's move on to some of the stuff that we actually do get to see. Rhinox's beast mode still looking kind of like a bullet with legs. I mean, it's what you would expect. It's a rhino with some mechanical detail. I guess that's what you can name all of them. It's like animal but mechanical. But it's almost as if Rhinox was in Beast Machines. Cheetor looking really good. It's the fur coming out of the mechanical parts is a little weird and interesting. Especially because the fur is just fur, and then it's the mechanical parts that are cheetah spotted. Figure that one out for me. But no, these are some really nice looks at some of the beast modes. We get some different angles on them, so we can actually get some better looks at the detailing. It's really, really nice. And then Air Razor, looking really, really cool. I think I can remember someone like linking this one to either the main line or the Studio Series 1, going, oh yeah, now we know which one is based on which. I, for the life of me, can't remember offhand. It's something about the colorization, but so I'm still not sure which one is more accurate. It's weird that we got two toy lines for this coming out at the same time. But yeah, it's just a nice little look at the beast modes. So it's nice to see what was actually going on at the zoo, because I can't fly to Australia to find out for myself. Thank you, whoever did the photos. Can I see? Firebreaker Customs on Instagram. Thank you for doing the photo work for us. And we also have rumors for Rise of the Beast, because of course, with the movie coming out, new toy lines coming out, we always have rumors, and the rumor here is that we're getting an animatronic toy. So this is not a Robo-Sen that is like $700 or $1,000. This is also not the imitation Robo-Sen that you can now find at Target elsewhere, where it's like $60 for an Arcee version that has a very simple transform. No, this one is going to be somewhere around $120 US. And rumored to have a Robo-Sen-esque auto transformation. Half the size in weight compared to the most expensive Robo-Sen toy. So probably a lot more simplified. And it's supposedly the character is going to be Optimus Primal, and he does have a pretty simple transformation that you could just give the ape big enough feet, and you could imagine him just kind of standing up, the arms flipping over, the chest flipping around. Like, he wouldn't be too hard to do a simple figure like that. We will see. For now, it's just a rumor, but we will find out. I'm sure eventually. Hasbro's dripping this like an IV, like drip, 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 little tiny bit of info here and there. So who knows when we'll find out, but we will. And for you mask collectors, we have more roleplay masks in the works, Optimus Prime and Bumblebee, not the transforming ones. So now the masks now also come in 2 price points, basic and deluxe. Are the mask toys really that popular? Because I feel like I see them like clogging shelves every single time Hasbro makes them, but they keep making them. I know, I either see them in toys... If I don't see them at Toys R Us, I see them at Goodwill in piles in bins. One or the other. All right. Let's move on to the toys we actually do get to see. Masterpiece MPG Seizan. We have a look at Trainbot number 5. For me, probably the dullest of the Trainbots. That's just because it's the brown colors and all that. But we got the official stock photos of it. It's like all the others. There's a ton of junk on the back. And again, I still feel like they waited too long to show us what we were investing in. But these are all the same complaints I've always had about this in general. It looks fine. I'm kind of tired of just like going like, man, these guys have big kibbles of backpack. Man, what is this big hunk of junk they just had left over on the vehicle, on the combined mode? And oh man, they took a long time to show us. I'm bored of it. I'm so bored of it. I'm sure you are too. But if you're into the Trainbots, we got a good look at the next one, and we do have some more flashy promo shots to give you an idea of how it looks inside of a building setup that they have for some reason. But yeah, it's not bad. Like now they're trying to show off a lot more. And it's nice to see It's nice to see the team together. We're still a few short, but we're 1 short actually. But it is nice to see that like the train team is like coming together. Also, it looks like that pelvis section, I can't remember which Trainbot it is, but the pelvis is coming last. Which I think might be the smartest move, because Hasbro, they went ahead and they did they released Studio Series Sludge first, who becomes the pelvis of the new Volcanicus combiner. And it's not gotten the best reception. I feel like if it's the last one in line, and then it's just like the one you need for completing the mode, I feel like you get a lot more like joy out of it rather than like the first impression of how the combiners are going to be. Different strategies. All right, rumor coming up. Transformers Collaborative G.I. Joe Triple T with Sergeant Slaughter. I'm surprised we got more than just a couple of these G.I. Joe Transformers, but I guess I should not be surprised because it's a very popular thing that collectors have wanted for a long time. So, for those who do not know, the Triple T is the tag team Terminator vehicle. It's just like a very small tank tread, one pilot little thing. Doesn't seem like it's a very practical vehicle, but it's a nice, compact, and small-ish one that would be good for a Transformer. So that's not a bad choice. And it's Sergeant Slaughter, right? It's Sergeant Slaughter's vehicle. So it's, you're going to get one of the most popular G.I. Joe characters along with, a pretty standard vehicle. It's nice. It'd be nice to know what Transformer it's going to be. The thing with G.I. Joe Transformers is there's really no way to speculate on who is going to be the Transformer in question, because they don't need to rely on, well, what's a white Autobot that's going to be? Is it going to be Tailgate? Tailgate's a smallish white Autobot. Maybe, no. We have no clue. We have no clue. Could literally be anyone. But it's worth keeping an eye on because, well, it seems like this is just going to become a thing. The Thunder Machine from was a rumor for Soundwave, and now we've got this. Interesting times we live in. So keep an eye out. I'm sure someone will leak something eventually, and we'll find out if this one's true. So we've got 2 G.I. Joe Transformer rumors in the works. Keep an eye on both of them. All right, boring stuff now, but we got to go over it. So, the Nuremberg and London Toy Fairs are going to have their licensed merchandise expo things like they do every year. Rise of the Beast stuff is going to be hitting there. Keep in mind, they're going to be showing off toys, but they're also going to be showing off a lot of the partner merchandise that's going to be shown off for the movie. It's mostly just a event to get investors a little bit of a pop and show, like, this is what you paid for. Like, this is how, like, this is what we're pushing through for this particular product. It's boring. And there's very rarely anything revealed from it outside of just offhanded comments and, firsthand reports, because this is a industry event and we don't get photos. We don't, it's invite only. So we usually get a little bit of something out of it, but nothing terribly exciting. But we might find out something that's worth paying attention to. Similarly, Renegade Con Virtual 2023 is going to be showing off some new Transformer tabletop games. February 4th, 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, so that'd be 3 p.m. Eastern for us on the Superior Coast. I've just started a war in the comments. I apologize. But what is interesting to me is multiple. It's plural games. So they might have more than one in the works. I'm already eyeballing the Transformers RPG. So now I guess I'm going to be looking forward to what? Well, there's the deck builder game out too. So what kind of tabletop games do we come out with? Do we like specialized board games? Do we talk like miniatures games? We have to wait to find out. But this one, at least as opposed to the previous event, we'll actually get to find out about 3 weeks away. All right, really quick one here, because there's really not a whole lot interesting going on here. So Mary Sue Challenor, I hope I got that right, shared on her ArtStation account some Battlegrounds concept art that we never really got a good look at. So this is a game released in 2020. So here we get just really good looking shots of the alt modes of the characters from Battlegrounds. And it's Cyberverse based, so no big surprises. Outside of Shadow Striker apparently being a truck in the game rather than a sports car. Wheeljack, Bumblebee, it's a Knockout, I believe. Or no, not Knockout. That's not, no, it's, hang on. There's like a name missing in here, because like there's Prime, there's Arcee, that's everyone accounted for. I don't know who the red car is unless it's is it Cyberverse Dead End, I believe. About the only option I could think of. Is that really Shadow Striker? Why is Shadow Striker a truck? Oh well. I'm getting too much into it. It's just a neat look at a few extra assets from the game if you've never got to look at them before. It's kind of neat when you get stuff like that. We're gonna end off on the weird one of the week. We got stock photos of Super Impulses, Poptaters, Transformers, Optimus Prime. So, you missed our news story previously, or the previous reports. This thing of your nightmares is a take on a Mr. Potato Head by Super Impulse, which is a company that normally does like super tiny things that you can collect. But this is a range of potato heads that are all based on different pop culture characters, and Optimus Prime being one of them. Yeah, these are all interchangeable, just like a proper Mr. Potato Head. They come in these little collectible tubes, so you don't have to take it out to see it all the way around. I mean, honestly, I'm not going to say, like, I don't know who's collecting these. I'm sure there's Mr. Potato Head collectors out there who go nuts. This is all them. They'll go right next to the last time they did Optimus Prime Potato Head. It's a bizarre one, but I know people who are into the bizarre. So that's going to be it for our news roundup of the week. A lot of stuff, like I said, a lot of stuff to look forward to. New toy looks, new things to speculate on, and whatever this horror is. But thank you guys for watching and staying with the channel for as long as you have. I do appreciate it. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe on your way out because it helps the channel a lot. Need those metrics up. Need to hit 50,000 subs because we need to do something really, really important with subs. So keep in mind, subs are free here on YouTube. So I appreciate it very much. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you next time. Guys, I am facing the most powerful enemy any YouTuber can face, the algorithm, and I need your help to defeat him. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and leave a comment. Every time you do, we attack that algorithm and we drive it back until it can no longer defeat this channel. Thank you very much.